y'all, and welcome to Be Finds Joy, where we are unapologetically living a joyous life boldly. And today we're launching a business. Well, not necessarily like today we are, but we are going to get our stuff together so we can launch a business. And more importantly, launching a business on a budget. The coins are tight over here, and it might be tight for you, but we still can make our dreams, our visions come true for a business that will bring us joy and that can help others. And so today I'm going to be talking about my process of how I'm going to take a vision and create it to something where I can launch this business idea that I've had in my mind for a while now, and I'm finally ready to hit the ground running and get it together. So if you are thinking about starting a business, you don't know where to start, this is the best video for you, because I'm actually going to be breaking up my process of launching a business and walking you through the steps in this series called Vision to Launch. I love videos that not only provide information, but also give examples of what it actually looks like. It's great to talk about it, but to see it in action is another thing. So that is what this series is going to be about. My goal is to launch this business in 8 weeks. Not 8 to 9 weeks, but I believe it's 8 weeks based on the date that I have in mind. And so we don't have time to play games. We have to be focused. We have to be intentional. We have to be consistent with taking the things that were placed in our hearts, in our minds, in our spirits, and making it come to fruition. I think what really hindered me from actually doing it is because I, in my head, felt like I needed to plan every single thing out. And yes, we are going to go through the planning process, but as I've been watching videos and kind of going through this process to get myself together, I've realized that if I keep waiting to start until I have every single detail planned out, then I'm not going to do it. And that's actually what's happened. And so we are going to get out of our own way. That is going to be my phrase from my girl Tatiana Muse, the Inspire Blueprint, that is going to be the catalyst and the spark to make things happen. So if this sounds like a video that you would love to watch, you want to join me as I embark on this journey, definitely stick around. Definitely subscribe to the channel. On this channel, we are literally working through our lives and doing things that are going to bring us joy. And this is one aspect of my life that I've really been thinking about, and I know will bring me joy once I see it happening. And so, yeah, I'm really excited. So I want to kind of give you a breakdown of what these upcoming videos are going to be talking about. The goal is that we are creating, launching a business and doing it on a budget. So we're taking a vision that we have for a business and launching it to actually making it happen. So the way that I'm breaking down the weeks or the videos for this series is this video is all going to be around your vision. You're going to be mapping out your interests, mapping out what you want your business to be, creating your why, doing this brainstorming process. I'm going to have homework that I'm going to do, that you're going to do if you're on this journey with me, and creating a business blueprint. So creating a business plan. I definitely think that creating a plan is essential when thinking about starting a business, because it really allows you to focus your thoughts and put it in a structured way. And so I'm going to be doing my business plan with you and showing you the examples and showing you the steps. So that's going to be the first week: vision mapping and creating your business blueprint. The second part of our video in this series is all going to be about budgeting. So we can't really start a business without budgeting out all of your startup costs. And again, we're doing it on a budget. And so we're going to figure out what are the bare bones things that I need to pay for to get this business up and running in the time frame that I've allotted for myself. The third video will be around legalizing your hustle, making it officially a business. Someone said the most important thing about a business is creating the legal identity to it, as well as like making sure you have insurance if that's going to be necessary for the type of business that you're going to be doing. And so we're going to be talking about, okay, what does that look like? What are the types of legal processes that would make sense for the business that you're thinking about? And then I'm going to be talking about like, what am I using to create the business? Then we're going to talk about building the brand. You have to have a brand identity for the business that you are interested in. What's your logo? What's your name? What's your colors? What's your vibe? What's your aesthetic? Like, we're going to be talking about all of that. And I started doing a mood board for this business, and it's pretty cool to see it all coming together. And so I'm going to be sharing that with you and kind of helping you think through your own process for building your brand. The next videos are going to be about the online presence. So how are we going to market this business and doing it on a dime, right? We don't got a lot of money, so we got to be smart and strategic about how can we create this presence online or within our networks that when we launch, someone's going to buy whatever we launching, which is key. The next thing we'll talk about in this series is pre-sales and marketing. If you want to do a pre-sale process or your launching process, your marketing, launch prep, it's all going to be in that portion of this series. And then the last episode of this series is all going to be around launching. So we're going to do exciting things around launching the business and give you ideas of how to launch your business. So essentially, I'm taking you through the process of, again, a vision that you have to launching the actual business and seeing that process through. So I'm really excited because I think me doing these videos with you and breaking it up this way will keep me accountable. It'll get me excited to actually do it and to get all my thoughts formulated and actually like make it happen, which is really important. I think that's where I kind of get stuck, is where like I have all these ideas and creativeness in my brain and I write it all down, but then it's like, okay, where does it go from there? And so breaking out this series in those specific topics that we just went and talked about will be really helpful. So today's video is going to be around what is the vision that you have for your business, for this thing that you want to create. And the thing that I think will be really helpful and what I've done already is to like brainstorm all of your ideas. List them out on a piece of paper in your phone. List out all the ideas that you have, the topics that you are interested in, your interests, your passions, the skills that you have. Like write them all down and start to think about like, can some of these go together? Can some of these, like, maybe it doesn't make sense to do a business right now for this. Like, it's kind of vague. Do I have something more specific? What was kind of catching me up is that I had all these ideas and I wanted it to come into one business, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. And I've literally kind of gone through this process of brainstorming, kind of writing up a business. Okay, that doesn't really sound right. That doesn't get to the key components that I really want to have for my business. And it's taken me, I would say, at least a couple of weeks. We don't got that. We're going to be strategic and focused because I was like doing it and then not doing it. But we're going to have a sense of urgency that we're going to sit down and to brainstorm. And I think through what are some ideas that you have that can go into this business mindset, this creating this business. I'm looking down because I have it all written down here. So if you see me keep looking it down, these are my notes. So as you are thinking about brainstorming these ideas, ask yourself these questions. Does it solve a problem or fulfill a need? Does the business idea that you have solve a problem or fulfill a need? No one's going to buy your product. Well, I would say the likelihood that people are going to buy your product is higher if it's going to solve for something or if it's going to fulfill a need. So the one thing I literally that just popped into my mind is a magic eraser. Magic erasers solve the problems of getting off marks, getting off stains, cleaning. And there's nothing like a magic eraser. It's like the end all be all for removing stains and random stuff that other things can't get off. And so what's the need? I need to clean and I need to remove something. And this product is specifically meant for that. Or I'm thinking about lamps or lights. Like, what's the need? It's dark in here and I need to be able to see. That is the purpose of a lamp or a light, right? So like, think about your idea and will it solve a problem or fulfill a need? The next thing for this kind of brainstorming process is who would benefit from this business? Is it going to be a business that anyone can benefit for? Is it going to be a specific business that's going to benefit people that are interested in fitness or people that are interested in health, people that are parents, women, men, kids, people that are stay-at-home moms. Shout out to the stay-at-home moms over here. Who is going to benefit from this business that you're going to create? Because it's really important to think about your target audience, which we'll talk a little bit more about when we create our business plan. And then the third thing I want you to think about is, do you have the knowledge or skills required to make this work? So can I realistically help someone with this thing that needs to be solved or fulfilled in someone's life? Listen, I would not be the best person to create golf clubs because I don't know nothing about golf. I'm not the best person to create I'm laughing because in my head I'm thinking about something that relates to this. I'm not the best person to do like a cooking cookbook because I don't really like to cook. I got my staples things, but like cooking's not my jam. Like, what is your jam? What is your vibe that like people know they go to you because you got the best hair care, you got the best, skincare, makeup? Like, what is your vibe? What is your expertise? For me, some of the things that I've been thinking about is I'm really known for my budgeting and being on a debt-free journey. I've helped many people and inspired many people to start their own journey or think through budgeting in the most simple and minimalistic way. I'm good at that. I'm also good at helping students thinking about their next steps after they graduate from high school. I'm really good at taking an idea and creating something and with creativity. So like, think about, what are you good at? What can you say you're an expert at? And you don't have to have your degree in it, right? Like, I don't have my degree in MBA or finance, but from experience and doing it day by day, I've become an expert in my own right. So like, in your own right, what are you expert at? Another thought came to mind. If you love to knit, you are an expert in knitting. Is that the word? You've knitted blankets, scarf, hats, and you can have a knitting business whether you're selling your products or you're teaching someone to do it. So think through those steps. And so for this first part of your vision mapping, it's to brainstorm all of your ideas, and at the end of the day, ask yourself those 3 questions and narrow down those ideas into 1 or 2. Take that list of ideas and narrow it down, because we're trying to focus our thoughts to get to a business that we're going to launch. For me, my business is centered around joy. My focus, my passion right now is, and I think not even right now, in the future, for the rest of my life, is unapologetically living a joyous life boldly. And what does that look like? And I've identified how I can find joy in what I'm calling 6 pillars of joy. The 6 pillars of joy: faith, finances, friendships, family. I always forget faith, family, finances, friendships, family. What's the 6th one? And freedom. Freedom to do the things that you love to do and that bring you happiness. And so my business is going to be centered around joy. And what problem is it solving? Because a lot of people felt like me, where they've lost that joy. They've lost that happiness. They've lost that, puzzle piece that many times can equate to being happy and being joyous. And so my business plan is to create opportunities for people to find joy in those 6 areas of their lives through different ways. And we'll talk about what those ways are as we go through this series. But that's my idea. Now, don't go taking my idea, right? Like, let's just just preface this, like, I'm going to share this stuff with you, but don't be taking my idea. Okay. All right. So we brainstorm our ideas. We've come up with one or two ideas of how to make that what we want our business to be. The second thing that I want you to do as you're thinking about this vision mapping and identifying what the vision is that's going to help you to get you towards your business is to identify your why. You all know, if you've been around with me for a minute, that like that is always core for me, is why are you doing what you're doing? The reason why I started a budgeting journey is the reason why was because we were in debt, $175,000 worth of debt, and I was sick of putting all this money towards debt every month. We needed a savings plan. We didn't have one. That is why I started budgeting. Why did I start this journey of me finding joy in areas of my life? Is because I was missing out on what really brought me happiness, and I felt like there was a spark that was just like not igniting, and that spark was my happiness and joy. And I'm not saying that across the board of my life, but there was areas of my life that I felt like I was missing something, and that was my why of really going down this journey of me finding joy, right? So the things that I want you to think about when you think about your why of like why you want to start this business is, what's going to be the impact? Will this business impact someone's life? And you can kind of go back to your brainstorming question. Like, what problem does it solve? How does it provide fulfillment to someone or something, right? The next question I want you to think about is, why is this business personally important to me? Having a personal connection to a business will create a thread that will allow you to be successful. If you are personally connected to this business, it's going to be what wakes you up early in the morning. It's going to be what drives you to have those late nights, to, sometimes be up putting things together or doing the emails, because you have a personal connection. There's a reason why personally this is important to you, because if you don't do it, X, Y, and Z, right? You're going to not feel fulfilled. You're going to feel like a part of someone's missing out on this important thing that you have to offer. Think about that. And then what are your core values? Like, why does this business relate to the core values that you have for your life? And what core values do you think this business will provide to people? Think through those things as you're thinking about your why. And I want you, for this homework piece, is you're already going to brainstorm your one or two ideas and focus on those ideas. Then I want you to write out your why. There's nothing important. I always say writing things out does something powerful. You can put it in your phone, definitely, but write it out. Put it on a sticky note. Put it on a note card. Put it on something that you can look at every day, because that why is going to be the driving factor of you making the moves and the shakes to get this business up and going. So my why for me creating this business is, I wrote it down. It's just like, it's not fully fleshed out yet. It is in a way, but this is the synopsis. Is I want to allow my business to foster joy and intentional living by addressing core areas of people's lives that bring them happiness and fulfillment. Like I said, what are those areas? Those 6 areas of joy, of living a joyous life. I want my business to focus on those areas to provide those people with opportunities for them to feel happy, to feel joyous, and to feel fulfilled through the things that I'm going to be offering. So that's the reason why. And why is that important? It's important to me because I am living it. I am living that myself. And I think joy is something that is going to be forever. Finding joy, living a joyous life is a key component to our daily lives in some way, shape, or form. And so that is why it's important to me. And I'm realizing and talking with a lot of people, there are many people that I feel like overwhelmed, have been feeling stressed, have been feeling stuck, and haven't been feeling that joy that they want to feel in their lives. So this business is going to be focused on that and focus on them. Some of my core values is that I want my business, the reason why I want this business to happen is that I want to find ways to provide opportunities for joy in fun and engaging ways. I want my business to be budget friendly. A lot of times people think about joy and it's like, I need money to be joyful. And in some aspects, yes. What's going to bring me joy is traveling. Great. But you need money to travel, and which is also great too. So I'm trying to think of budget-friendly ways that we can still find joy in those 6 areas of our lives and not have to break the bank. Maybe even talking about finance, saving to get to those goals that you have that might be on the larger scale of cost. So that is my why. The third thing is to create a vision statement. So you have your idea, you figured out your why. What is your vision? So it's basically an inspiring statement that explains where you want your business to be in the future. My vision is that my business is going to do X number of sales and reach X number of people to ensure that X people or this product will add value to this person's life in X, Y, and Z. I just made that up clearly. But think about what is the vision that you have for your business, and that vision along with your mission, which we'll talk about in another vision in another video, will go hand in hand. That's going to be your anchor. Everything that you do for this business will come back to the vision and come back to the mission. If it doesn't align with the vision and mission, it ain't happening. You ain't doing it, right? Your vision might shift and change over time, right? Because once you reach maybe the thing that you have a vision for the next 6 months, the next year, the next 5 years, once you reach those things, you got to kind of revamp it. But think about, for you, what's your vision for when you launch? Like, let's just make it very close timeline. For your launch, what's your vision? You want to do X thing, right? So write out what your vision is. And for me, I think my vision is that and it kind of goes along with your reason why. My vision is that I'm providing opportunities for individuals to obtain joy through engaging opportunities, resources, and I don't want to say all of it because I'm giving it all away, but let's just say engaging opportunities and resources that will allow me to, let's just say a price that will earn an income of a minimum of $50,000 by the end of my first year. Like, that's my vision. Granted, it's kind of, we're working on it. But think about your vision in that way. And then the last thing is visualize your success. We got the vision. What is it going to look like in the next 8 weeks when I launch? What is it going to look like in the next 6 months? What is it going to look like in the next year, in the next 5, 10 years? You got that idea in your head. And don't think about maybe 5, 10 years right now, because that might be a little bit too overwhelming, but just think about in the next year. What's your vision for success? Who is it going to impact? How will your customers be impacted? And what kind of lifestyle do you hope to build through this business? What does it look like to you? Creating this business will allow me to fully be a stay-at-home mom and a woman entrepreneur that supports her family, in addition to my husband's income. This business will allow me down the road to purchase a beach home that is on my life bucket list that I can retire at or go to with my family. This business will allow me to buy a car. This business will fulfill this passion that I have inside of me, that I'm going to inspire and encourage a certain individual group, or individuals in general, or the health community, the sports community, the cooking community, the crafts community. That's the goal. And for me, it's also this like giving back. So while this business is giving to me, I'm giving back because I'm fulfilled, I'm joyous, I'm doing something that I love, I'm allowing my creativity to come through, I'm giving back to others by providing encouragement, inspiration, fostering connectivity across family, across friends, allowing individuals to feel like they are financially sound and have financial responsibility, allowing people to have a deeper connection with their faith, whatever faith that is. That's my vision down the line. So I want you to think about, what is your vision and what that looks like. Create a vision board. What colors does it look like? For my vision, a color that comes to mind is like an orange, or a yellow. This joy that I want when someone gets one of my products, they're smiling. They're opening it up and they're like, this is cool. This is awesome. I want someone to be like telling their friend that they gotta have it because this is so amazing. So that is my visualizing success, and that's kind of what you should do as well. So that is the end of this video. It's all around taking your vision, mapping it out, and then the next video is all going to be around creating a business plan. So work on that homework. We're coming back for the next video in this series, Vision to Launch. We got things to do. We don't have time to play, and we're going to be cost effective. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like and comment. Subscribe to the Joy Fam. We have fun over here. Have a great rest of your day. See ya. Bye. Oh, down below in the comments, write what your business idea is. I would love to see how it comes to fruition and how we can help each other throughout the way. Again, I'm doing this with y'all, so please know I don't have all the answers, but we gonna do it together, and that's why it's gonna be awesome. All right, see ya. Bye-bye.